Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. It's Geeks and Gamers Daily, the daily stream where we talk about daily news on Geeks and Gamers. How many times did I get Geeks and Gamers and Daily out right there? Did that work? That was good.
A couple times for sure.
Couple times. I wish we had news to talk about today. So I think me and Ryan are just going to argue about Dave Filoni again today because we don't really have any news to talk about. There's nothing trending. I wish we had something. I think it's going to be a busy day today, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Hey, Star Wars Celebration kicked off just in time for us to do our daily live stream. We got some big announcements for Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy on stage with a couple of her directors and 3 movies coming out. Couple reveals. The Acolyte. We can't actually watch that trailer because that's leaked.
I haven't seen any of this. I saw the news, obviously. I haven't seen the Acolyte trailer. I haven't seen the Ahsoka trailer. Today kind of confirms to me how much, like, where I'm at with Star Wars. It's apathy. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I have no feelings whatsoever outside of, I guess, laughing at how bad it is. I don't care. We have a REY movie set 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker. We have a Dave Filoni Ahsoka movie, and we have another movie that Mangold is going to be directing. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I love James Mangold. Like Ford versus Ferrari. I think Ford versus Ferrari came out in 2019. One of my favorite movies of the last probably 5 or 10 years. I love Ford versus Ferrari. I don't give a shit about him and Star Wars. We're going to get into that all the way. Of course we are today. But yeah, what a crazy scenario. Daisy Ridley coming back. I guess the sequel trilogy isn't retconned, Ryan?
I guess somehow, yes. The sequel trilogy doesn't seem to be retconned. One, considering the way that they announced the Dave Filoni kind of Mandoverse culminating movie is set between the events of episode 6 and 7. That was in the description. So, and then of course they do have a Rey Skywalker movie coming out, and my tabs are like, I can't even pull up where my tab went. That's really weird right now. My Google Chrome is doing something funny.
Too many tabs.
Maybe too many tabs. But I'll try to get that all worked out.
We also have, we don't have the updated numbers for Mario yet, but I'm sure those might happen during the show today. And Mario just continuing to just crush it right now. Huge opening day yesterday. At least the numbers that were reported. We're in the 3rd day of it now, or the 2nd or 3rd day, second day, 3rd day of it. And so we're gonna see how that all plays out. And yeah, I mentioned yesterday on Open Bar, because I was on Open Bar with Drinker yesterday. And I don't remember exactly what I said. Chat's going to remember that better than I will. But I know I said something about a Daisy Ridley REY movie. I think I was probably being sarcastic, like I am a lot of times. But either way, we're going to see what happens with all this. We got a John Leguizamo story about the Mario movie that we're going to cover. But I think we just got to jump right into the biggest news of the day. Disney Star Wars. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, we might as well. I'm having an issue because I have like a. Let me, Jeremy, hold on to this for a bit. I'm gonna
restart. Okay, so for those Jeremy is sarcastic, never. For those tuning in, Ryan is really mad at me for yesterday, and he yelled at me, and he's really upset, so he quit the show. So he's done. So if you're just tuning in, Ryan has quit Geeks and Gamers due to our argument yesterday. He is not going to be here, so I'm going to cover the show in its entirety today. Just kidding. He will be back. How's everybody doing? Let me see who's in the chat while we're waiting for Ryan to reboot his computer. We have Colossus of Bane. Fuck Disney Star Wars for $5. I saw that we had, I think it was Bill Sotheby, dropped, I think, 5 gifted memberships, although that has disappeared from the back end here for me. Crispy Noken has gifted a Geeks and Gamers membership. Oz Mora has gifted a Geeks and Gamers membership. Chef Nick Nero. Ryan, be nice to Jeremy. My dude's running on fumes. That I am. Pragmaticon, rake in the cash, gentlemen. F Star Wars. And to Hut, $76 for $4.99 doesn't say anything, and that is his first super chat ever here on Geeks and Gamers. Now, I'll say this. I have not seen the Ahsoka trailer. I have not seen the Acolyte trailer. I obviously saw the announcement of Daisy Ridley returning as Rey in a movie set 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. I guess we're going to watch the Ahsoka trailer. So what today has kind of confirmed with me is I seriously have Star Wars apathy because I don't care about anything that was announced today. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I feel nothing. I feel nothing other than, I guess, laughing at it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I see so many people still emotionally tied to it, and they hope that this is going to improve. And I'm just saying it's not going to improve. Nothing they're doing will improve in any scenario whatsoever. It's going to be bad. It's going to stay bad. It's never going to get better. You may find moments here, moments there. Like in a perfect world, I should probably be excited for the Ahsoka movie, considering from what I understand, it's playing directly off of the end of Rebels, which I enjoyed Rebels and I enjoyed the end of Rebels. But the waters are just too muddy, and I don't care. I don't care because it's still the Force is female. Kathleen Kennedy is still there. From what I haven't watched The Mandalorian season 3, but apparently that is a complete and total train wreck. I haven't watched anything outside of Obi-Wan since the end of Mandalorian season 2. And after Gina Carano was fired, I pretty much had no emotions whatsoever. I don't get mad. I don't get angry. I don't get frustrated with Star Wars. I just don't care at all. And that is the kind of difference, I guess, is where you love something and then it turns to shit and then you get angry about it and you get frustrated, then you get bitter, and eventually it leads you to the place where I'm at, which is this place of apathy, and I just don't care at all. I see the reactions all over social media. I see people going crazy. I see people laughing. I see people angry. I see people this. We also have this new report from Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder he's a reporter in the entertainment world. And basically, he broke a story yesterday talking about he said a lot. He essentially said that Dave Filoni was going to become the new George Lucas. He also said Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy had a massive fallout after season 2 of The Mandalorian. He said Jon Favreau almost quit Star Wars and quit The Mandalorian completely due to his frustrations with Kathleen Kennedy. This is directly from Jeff Snyder. He also said that Jon Favreau is extremely frustrated with Kathleen Kennedy because of creative decisions that she has forced him to make into Mandalorian season 3. Do I believe it? Maybe, maybe not. Do I care? No, I don't. It doesn't matter if it's true or not to me. It doesn't matter. Matter of fact, it looks like Ryan's back now. So I was going to pull that story up to see, but
all right.
Back.
That sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good. Good.
Yeah, my computer was like trying to close everything because it needed to do an update because I put it off for too long. So
okay.
That's my fault.
Well, speaking of computers, you can go to Meta PCs right now and get yourself a brand new computer with the promo code GEEKS, and that will help us out. So if you're in the market for a new badass computer, we have a landing page over there. You can go check it out. Please use the promo code GEEKS, GEEKS, Meta PCs. Shout out to them. So Mod, drop those links. All right. So Ryan, I was basically kind of explaining to everybody where I'm at with Star Wars and how I just have no real emotions whatsoever in terms of the announcements or anything like that. I touched on that story I told you about with Jeff Snyder reporting about Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy having a fallout, that Dave Filoni is going to be the new George Lucas, yada, 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 that Favreau is going to quit. And we're going to play the clip, but you're back now. So you ready to start this off?
Yeah, let's do it. Do you want to talk about the Ahsoka
We can talk about the
trailer?
news. Yeah. Well, however you want to take, whatever direction you want to take, it's fine.
All right. Well, we might as well just put out all the announcements. All right. All of the announcements that have happened. Everyone was ready. Kathleen Kennedy up on stage. She brought out 3 directors. James Mangold, who will be directing a Dawn of the Jedi movie set 25,000 years before the movies. Now, Dawn of the Jedi, for you people who may have read the books, that was an expanded universe book that took place about 20 or 25,000 years before the movies.
So it's right in line, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they're just going to bastardize that entire story or what. Dave Filoni came out there and they announced that Dave Filoni will be directing, Jon Favreau will be producing a Star Wars movie that is the culmination of all the events from the Mandoverse. So the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, and Skeleton Crew. This other show that they're about to put out.
Now, is that going to be a Disney Plus movie?
No, that's going to be I think it's going to be an actual box office released movie.
See, because I saw, and again, I didn't look too deep into it. I could have, like, the way that the first press release I saw about it sounded like it was a Disney Plus movie, but maybe it was talking about just playing off of the Disney Plus shows. It made it sound like it was a Disney Plus movie.
I believe these are all going to be released in theaters. I think that's the intention behind these. This is the way it's described. Filoni's project will focus on the New Republic and close out the interconnected stories that are told in Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other Disney Plus shows. Okay. So this makes sense to me. I don't know why you wouldn't do this. If you have these Disney Plus shows, of course you would want to push it at some point into a box office and get those box office returns, right, and hype up this big thing. And the big thing is going to be, at least I think, we're going to start to see what the big thing is in the Ahsoka show. Because it's Thrawn.
Yeah, so it's playing off of Rebels.
For 2 years, I have been saying that I think that they're going to basically just redo the Heir to the Empire trilogy with Ahsoka as the main character.
He told me this privately before he said it publicly. Like, Ryan's been saying this for a long time.
And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. And we might as well just get your reaction now, Jeremy.
Yeah, so I haven't seen this. Trailer. I haven't seen this. So let's set the table here, okay? I very much enjoyed the end of Rebels. Obviously, I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I have absolutely, positively no interest in this show whatsoever, and I am not going to be watching this show as it stands right now. And I hope the audience doesn't demand that I watch it like you did for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was terrible. But here we go.
All right, here it is.
Something's coming.
Oh, you've got it. You always do that. You always
Star Wars, okay?
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning.
Sabine.
That's Sabine. Okay.
War.
Hera.
Yep.
For others.
Chopper.
Power.
How many fucking women do we have?
A lot.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers.
More women. There's a man.
As heir to the Empire.
Ryan, does that excite you?
I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this. That they're like so blatant, so on the nose. By the way, we can't tell original stories, so we're gonna rip off Heir to the Empire. If you haven't figured it out now, we're literally gonna spell it out for you in a fucking trailer.
Heir to the Empire. We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Ezra.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
My God, at the amount of women in that trailer. There was a lot of women.
Amount, huh?
A suspicious amount of women. What the fuck?
So this is our first look at Sabine.
So Sabine is from Rebels. She was a pretty important character in Rebels, along with Hera. And I liked both of those characters in Rebels. I liked both of those characters.
Sabine is just like fucking simping for Ezra, because I think this supposed to be Ezra's like house on Lothal. Remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I mean, essentially, when Rebels ended with Ezra missing, and they basically were going to go off on a journey to find Ezra and Thrawn. That's essentially how it ended.
There's Hera and there's Chopper. For all you Chopper simps out there, you get a shot at Chopper. I don't know if Dave Filoni's going to voice him or not, but
I don't like this. I don't like it because it feels much like Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars. So this kind of continues to counter all of the reports we've heard from even Jeff Snyder about this divide with Favreau and Kennedy and Filoni or whatever.
This doesn't seem like me any divide that's there. It tells me that Kathleen Kennedy is the boss and it's never changing.
Yes, that's what
the reality. Like no one is like replacing her. No one's usurping her.
Yes.
In fact, if that rumor's true, then instead of trying to take over Star Wars, Favreau almost quit. You know,
right.
Like she's the boss.
So like, I will repeat what I said yesterday on this show and what I said on Open Bar, that if I had control of Star Wars right now, I would fire everyone, including Filoni and Favreau. I would start with Kennedy. I would fire all of them, because you're not going to. This is why I'm at a place in Star Wars where I don't care. It will not change. It's not improving. Nothing is improving with this, and that's where I'm at with it. I don't care. Like, look at this shit. Who the fuck is this?
Now, I think if I remember, well, we don't know. I don't think, but I believe that that this guy is like supposed to be a fallen Jedi. So this could end up being like the Sabaoth. I don't know, maybe of what they're trying to do. I'm not 100% sure, because they're ripping off Heir to the Empire clearly, and this is maybe his apprentice. I think that might be the vibe we're going for here. There's going to be a lot of people simping for this old dude, I think. And there's our first look at Space Aladdin in live action. So.
Hey, coming into the comment section of a Geeks and Gamers stream to defend women isn't going to get you laid. You're ugly as fuck. You have a little dick and no woman will touch you. Okay. So coming in here and white knighting for women in a comment section isn't going to win you any award for getting laid. You're still a pathetic loser, and nothing will ever change that. So go fuck yourself, since no one else will. There we go.
And with all of these announcements, every single Star Wars announcement or update we got, right? We obviously don't know what James Mangold's movie is going to be about, but it's called Dawn of the Jedi. And that, again, that is a book that I could find somewhere, Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void, that takes place 25,000 years before the movies. That's like the beginning of the Jedi. And it features a woman. Like that's who the character is. It's a very strong female lead. So if you have that, then you have Dave Filoni's movie, which is going to probably star Ahsoka, and it'll be culminating in all these events of the Mandoverse. So it'll probably star Ahsoka and Bo-Katan. And then you have what we really haven't talked too much about. Daisy Ridley returns to Star Wars and will be the lead character in a new Star Wars movie set 15 years after Rise of Skywalker. And she's going to be rebuilding the new Jedi Order. If only, Anakin Skywalker had a kid that could do that or something. Maybe his name could have been Luke. I don't know. You could have done something like that. No, you embarrassed Luke. He was a complete and total fucking failure. And Rey Skywalker is going to rebuild the Jedi Order. Like,
oh my God. What
a fun.
Somebody just, by the way, Matt, for $200. I came here only for the woman hating. Thank you. That's why Ryan is here. I saw one of the comments says Jeremy won't watch the content, or Jeremy won't watch the content that he makes content on. How many fucking Mandalorian videos have I made on this channel since season 3 started? Can you name it? None that I know of. I haven't made anything on season 3. I don't care about this shit, dude. I don't even make Star Wars videos even more. but I will continue to do the woman hating if it gives me $200 super chats. I don't know where that person is, but that person that I highlighted your comment earlier, I just made more money off of your stupidity than you will ever make in your pathetic life. How does that make you feel? Not only that, you still have a micro penis and there's nothing you can do about it. All right, we have so many of these losers that are going to sit there and fight for the right for women to be in Star Wars because, hey guys, before today, women were never in Star Wars. Today is the first time we have ever had women representation in Star Wars. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much. We've never done it. This is the first time ever. And if you're criticized, I literally just fucking said that I goddamn liked Rebels and Sabine and Hera. But you dumb fuck want to come in here and say I don't like women? Shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of these retarded ass sequel trilogy weirdos that will just lick the boot of Kathleen Kennedy. No matter how much bullshit she steps into, you will continue to do it. You people are fucking retarded. And this is why Star Wars is dead. You dumb fuck. Carry on.
Jeremy, you love Ahsoka. That's like your favorite freaking character.
Yes, but I hate women apparently. Like, it's so insane.
And I think it's just, I think that this announcement is probably showed some people, and it's a sad thing that it's like, hey, if you would have told me this 5 years ago, I would have got so hyped. And now they're just like, they feel dead inside about it.
Yes.
And that's kind of what they've done. And I think when you have characters like Ahsoka, who their story should have been over a long time ago, but you continue to try to pull them out and use them in certain ways, you now kind of destroyed this character for some people because you decided to continue to play this game with her. And Jeremy's not the only one for sure. I also just don't like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. We talked about this a little bit before the stream, that I think that Ahsoka, even though I'm not a big fan of Ahsoka's character, shocker, right?
Shocking.
But like she has a character very definitively in Clone Wars and Rebels. And I think that the way she moves doesn't translate well to live action because she's just so fucking quick and nimble, and the way she uses her lightsabers and everything, I don't think it translates well. But also just Rosario Dawson is playing it almost like she's part of a cult. She sounds so bland. And that's just not the character of Ahsoka. Even in her low moments, even in her really sad days, there's like a warmth to her that is just not portrayed by Rosario.
See, I guess like I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I think she does a great job. And I guess like it's like anything else though, man. Like when you're moving from animation to live action, you're never gonna get that. Like it's almost like Kevin Conroy's Batman versus any other live action Batman we've ever had. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to get that version of it.
The difference is like those are characters that exist outside of the animation, and then animation is just another form that they were in.
Another interpretation of it.
Animation was the only version of her.
Yeah.
You know?
It's almost like, you know, what's weird is like Vader looks so much different in Rebels. Just everything about Vader, you know what I mean? Like how his movement versus what we see in the live action. So that's kind of the same thing you're talking about. But yeah, I do. I like her. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. But I just don't. I have no interest in this. And oh my god, honestly, you might have. I still don't think that there's any scenario. But I'm trying to paint this picture the best way I can to just show where Disney Star Wars is at. So if you give me the Ahsoka trailer with not so many fucking women in it, and you don't give me a Daisy Ridley announcement, you know what I mean? Like, that is the holy shit. The Daisy Ridley announcement is bad. And I think Daisy Ridley's she seems like a nice person. She seems like a really nice person.
Here's her right after it got announced that she's coming back.
I'm sure, like, essentially, hang on. So essentially what I feel like just happened here, I feel like Disney went to the dollar bin at Walmart and found Daisy Ridley. Because she ain't have no work. So ain't nobody paying. They got her for really, really cheap. They got her for really cheap.
That's where they're going to find all of her toys again.
Yes.
So might as well. Here's her. It's a little 20-second clip.
I am so thrilled to be at Celebration with all of you in London. Thank you, Kathy, Charlene, for having me back. I'm very thrilled to be continuing this journey.
There you go. Daisy Ridley back in Star Wars.
I don't dislike Daisy Ridley. Like
As a
she
person,
seems like
me
she
neither.
seems like a nice person. She really does. It's her. It's the on-screen character of Rey that's just so damn unlikable. And so let's clarify this, because I saw some people saying like they thought this was a whole new trilogy. You have 3 new films that were announced.
Correct.
One of them is the Rey film. One of them,
Correct.
the Rey film, takes place 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker. The other one is the Filoni Ahsoka culmination of a yeah. And then the other one is the James Mangold film. So you've had 3 films announced, but 3 separate films. One with Daisy Ridley, not a trilogy. So this isn't going to be like episode 10 or whatever.
Correct.
It's not that. So from what I understand, who knows? These dumb motherfuckers at Lucasfilm may change it, but that's, as it stands, that's what the announcement is right now. And
And you know, they debuted an Acolyte trailer. I know a lot of people were, you know, trying to say that it's never going to happen. I mean, it's debuting in 2024. They put a whole trailer out for it. Like it's happening. You know, it's like an 8 or a 10 episode series. That's led by Leslie Headland. That's female led.
Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, Leslie Headland. Just want to put that out there.
And no details about the James Mangold one, but if they're using the fucking books, they're bastardizing once again. They're bastardizing the Star Wars expanded universe. The thing that they threw in the fucking gutter, that they threw away, they are picking at it like vultures and bastardizing it. So Dawn of the Jedi, if they are following what the books were, that'll be a strong female lead character as well. In terms of the Ahsoka trailer being full of women, those are the characters they have left from Rebels. You know, like,
but
always
some of those,
be.
a couple of those characters were new characters, right? Am I mistaken?
Well, you have it looked like the Dark Side Apprentice. One was a woman, and it looked like the Dark Side Master was a dude. In terms of other new characters, you had a hologram of Mon Mothma. She's not really new, but yeah, there were a lot of women. But to be fair, that's what Rebels, you know, that's who they're left with. They got to find Ezra. All the women, all the women have to go save the man. That's what's going on in this. Okay, they got to go save Ezra, and they got to fight Thrawn. And the blatant, he's the heir to the Empire. I fucking hate that so much. I've been saying it for years that that's what they were going to do. To have them put it on the nose like that is insane to me. And as somebody who loves the expanded universe, as someone who's loved these books, I don't find it, I don't think a nod to something, or I don't find that honoring these stories. I think it's incredibly like disrespectful to throw something away and then repurpose it for your own agenda-driven bastardization. I can't stand it.
Ryan, I know you've had a rough day, okay? And I know there's a lot that's upset you, but I got some news that's going to make you happy.
All right.
Corn Pop is in the chat. Corn Pop is in the chat. Ryan is happy. Corn Pop is in the house. That's what's up. So again, I have to say this. So you can talk shit about me all you want. If you spam the chat, you're done. So stop spamming the chat with your hatred of me. You can say it, just stop spamming. If you keep spamming, you're done. So, and that'll probably be the best accomplishment you've ever had in your life. But yeah, keep spamming, you're done. What a disaster.
It is it's a pretty full slate, you know what I mean? It's a decent amount of stuff that they've announced that they're going forward with, and obviously we always said, a lot of us were very skeptical of why they would ever even want to retcon the sequel trilogy, right? With everything they've invested into it. I think they should have jumped further than 15 years. I think you should do something that's set 200 years after Rise of Skywalker. No Rey, none of these other characters. Just kind of start fresh and move. I really think that's what they probably should do. But they're bringing Daisy Ridley back to rebuild the Jedi Order. They are doubling down on what they established in the sequel trilogy. Everything that we've seen in Mandalorian, not just in season 3, but in seasons 1 and 2, there's been little nuggets leading up to these things. They wanted to connect all of Star Wars together. And that's what they're doing. I hope that this announcement is just like set in stone, that because there's a lot of people that have a lot of hope because they love Star Wars and they don't want to see it continue to go down this path. I hope that the whole sequel retcon stuff is kind of over with these announcements, but I guess we'll see.
It's just it's never getting better. It just isn't. Buford T Justice for $49.99. Hashtag Doomcock was wrong and Ryan was right. The pendulum isn't swinging back. Wokeness is here to stay. The Force is Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know what all has been going on with Doomcock because I don't know the context of that. But ultimately, what I do know is that Star Wars is not being saved in any capacity whatsoever. WG for $100 says the error to the Empire. The error to the Empire. So look, I got to play this clip because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe this. I don't believe what I'm about to play. So this is Jeff Snyder on with John Roca. John Roca hates pretty much anybody that's not, especially white people. John Roca's a piece of dog shit. I hate John Roca. He used to be part of Collider. He has a severe case of TDS. But Jeff Snyder had this to say, and this was yesterday. Jeff Snyder. Who does Jeff Snyder work for? What outlet does he work for, Ryan?
I think he just works for himself.
Okay, but he's been
around a long time. Yeah.
Very, very credible guy. This is what he had to say yesterday about Disney Star Wars. So this was prior to these announcements that we got today. Here's what he had to say.
Wow.
Dave Filoni is going to be, I guess, directing, right? Does he direct? Does he write?
Yes.
I think one of the movies will be his.
Very interesting. Okay.
I've heard that here's what everything comes with.
Okay.
I'm told they're trying to codify the Star Wars universe around the worlds that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have created.
Right.
Which is why all these other movies and shows are sort of being killed. So it does, in fact, sound like Dave Filoni is the new George Lucas in terms of the design of the universe going forward.
Very interesting. Okay.
What my sources told me was that Jon Favreau had a falling out with Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, shit.
After season 2 of The Mandalorian, I think it was.
Really?
Because she tried to get so involved in the show to the point where Jon Favreau almost left the show after season 2. I'm told she also forced him to do Boba Fett, and this is something I don't even know. You'll have to film me. I don't even know what this is.
Sure.
That she forced him to make Grogu and Din reunite.
Yep. Yes, in Boba Fett.
Which Jon Favreau did not want to do.
Wow.
And he was very bummed by the reaction, I think.
Well, let's stop for a moment here.
So right there, and there's a little bit more. We'll play it here in a minute. But so right there, so clearly now this is before the announcement. So the Dave Filoni stuff, he confirmed his story. He was right on that. The Favreau stuff, I don't know how to believe this when clearly everything we saw today shows you Kathleen Kennedy has everything she wants. So I don't know how to buy into this narrative that her and Favreau are at these massive odds. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, like, I guess if you wanna take all of that at face value and say that all of that is right, everyone's on the same page at Lucasfilm right now.
Everyone,
like there was never a that would tell me that John and Dave aren't taking over. They're not trying to oust her. That he was just ready to walk away. Like if that is to be believed. Like, are there going to be creative differences between people? Certainly there are. But one thing is crystal clear now more than ever with REY coming back with these announcements that like Kathleen Kennedy is in charge and has been in charge and will be in charge until she's ready to go. In terms of this, I don't know. We'll see. Jeff Snyder's been right about a lot of shit.
Yes.
Wrong about some stuff too, certainly. But
I've known about Jeff Snyder for as long as I've been watching like this online movie stuff. Like he's always been plugged into things. So let's let him finish.
Because The
No.
big okay.
No, we're gonna keep going.
This part, can you
fine.
pause it real quick?
One last thing,
Yeah.
and then you can come back.
Okay, so
The part that he's about to say, this isn't even really new news. This is like, this stuff came out 2 years ago about some of this falling out, the struggles they had with Pedro Pascal. That's what he's about to talk about.
Okay, here we go.
sounds good.
I'm told Pedro Pascal
Ooh,
also had a big blow up with Disney during season 2.
right.
And
That was
barely on set for season 3, which is why the character has been sidelined a little bit in favor of Bo-Katan. Is this accurate?
Yeah, a lot of people's complaints about this season has been how Din and Grogu feel like afterthoughts through a majority of the season, and it's focused mostly on Bo-Katan reunited the Mandalorians to take over Mandalore.
Yeah, that and so this source mentioned that who knows if Pedro Pascal is even back next season.
So there's that. So that was all yesterday. And I just, at the end of the day, man, like I can't buy into another Kathleen Kennedy, John Favreau is are at odds story. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? And I don't care to. At the end of the day, there's maybe this is because I'm at a place of Star Wars that I truly don't care, but I feel like I'm able to step back and look at things as objectively as possible with all of this. And it's just that nobody's the good guy there, and no one is saving it.
No one is saving Star Wars.
It's not happening. Like she is the person that makes the decisions. John and Dave and anyone else involved are going to do exactly as Mama says. And that's the bottom line. That's just it.
And there's also like, okay, so she was just so involved in Mando season 2 that he almost quit. Well, we heard that she didn't want Luke Skywalker coming back. Oh, well, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these things don't make sense if you combine them together. Are there people that have creative differences? I'm sure. Everyone works for Kathleen Kennedy. That's why so many people have been fired. That's why so many people have if you don't walk the line, you go away. And the fact that they've just handed Dave Filoni, you know, he's directing, and it's not just Filoni, by the way. Favreau's the producer on Filoni's movie, right? On that Mandoverse movie. So it's not like Favreau's just out of the picture or anything, and you know, Dave's just coming and doing his own thing. Favreau's producing, Filoni's directing.
They're a duo. They're a duo, and they are basically the best way I can make this analogy. Most of the audience here is not going to get it. Probably some of them will. Kathleen Kennedy is Bill Belichick, and Favreau and Filoni are her Tom Brady in an alternate universe where Tom Brady actually sucks. That's what this is like.
They're Bill Belichick's Matt Castle.
Yes,
they had one good season. They had one good season. Everybody thought they were the shit. Yeah. That's such a good analogy.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one. So yeah, it's just that it is what it is, man. So yeah. I don't believe in all of these stories. I don't buy into any of them. This is why I'm not a breaking news type of guy.
A rumor person. Yeah.
When you become a scoop guy or whatever, you are at the mercy of whatever information you're being fed, being right or wrong. And if you're delivering the information to the masses consistently, you don't get to pull the, well, my sources were wrong. You are the one delivering the information. Do you think I've been in this game motherfuckers, I've been doing this a lot longer than most of the people that are doing the Star Wars bit now, okay? Do you think I haven't gotten a shit ton of information over the years? I don't run with it because I don't know if it's true. I don't fucking have any idea. So why would I report this to the masses over and over and over again? At that point in time, you are the source. You are the source that's delivering this information because people are emailing you, telling you that I'm a source. I've been getting that shit for years. Okay. I get those emails all the time. I get people telling me they're insiders all the time. I don't play that game because I can't confirm it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it is what it is.
Yeah. And like, it's so a lot of the shit just always conflicts with each other too, because the Pedro Pascal had a big falling out with Lucasfilm in Mando season 2. That was out there. Oh, that was out there for a lot of people to see. But the idea that, well, he was forced to do Book of Boba Fett. No, they brought in Boba Fett because they knew Pedro Pascal was getting ready to leave, potentially. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason some of these things happen. So a lot of the information conflicts with each other. A lot of the people might only be getting information from one perspective. Who knows? Either way, one thing is incredibly crystal clear. Kathleen Kennedy was, is, and will, until she's ready to leave, be in charge of Lucasfilm. And everybody works for her.
And that ain't changing. Didn't we also get an indie trailer?
There was a 6-minute like Indiana Jones trailer. I don't know if they've
6 minutes.
Like they showed it 6-minute one there that was probably like exclusive. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's a new one out here.
Okay. 6 minutes. That's a 6-minute trailer sounds like hell.
Yeah. Here is we can react to this Dial of Destiny. This is the actual trailer, like a 2-minute trailer. We can watch this if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, thank you to everybody for tuning in. We do this show Monday through Friday here on Geeks and Gamers. We talk about all the latest news. We appreciate you being here. And of course, I think we're set up for a pretty fun Friday Night Tights here in just a few hours over on Nerdrotics channel. So that's going to be a banger as well.
Hey, disabled by owner. Very brave of you, Lucasfilm.
Well, I will say, to be fair, I think almost all of Lucasfilm's videos on that channel are automatically disabled. So they don't have, even if they put like just some generic bullshit, they just don't have likes or dislikes enabled. I think.
We can verify. Well, for some of this shit, I wouldn't want to put it out there anyway. God. This is like for Willow stuff and everything. Yeah, well, comments turned off, disabled by owner on a lot of them. Yeah, which says a lot.
I do have a clip. I have a reenactment of Disney Star Wars really quick. If you guys are ready, you ready for this?
Ready.
Damn!
That was actually Mando season 3. That was Lizzo. So, all right. Dial of Destiny. Man.
Retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy? Don't move.
We need to get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Doesn't feel like indie at all.
Dr. Jones, get him.
Bro, the music is killing me.
It's awful.
Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way! Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes, and now a final triumph.
Indy! Give him hell, Indiana Jones! A few times in my life, I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Sorry! But I've been looking for this all my life.
Bro, this looks terrible. That looks terrible.
The first half of the trailer with the Rolling Stones music, I love that song. It doesn't fit an Indiana Jones trailer at all.
all.
I say the second half of the trailer when they actually started getting into him and
Playing
his
the-
outfit
and
and
the
like
score.
in a temple, like stuff like that.
It
That
felt
started
a lot
to feel a little better.
And maybe that's the intent behind it. Maybe that's the intent to try to and so I can appreciate that, but it's like it just doesn't, man, this doesn't feel good at all. I don't like it.
Him
I don't
de-aged
think-
looks decent.
What did you say? Did we have it confirmed that this budget is out of fucking the world, out of this world as you think? Like
It's 300 million. That's reported by Disney. So it means it's likely more. Like that's what they fucking reported was I think $298 million budget or something.
So that means that this movie's gonna have to make a minimum of like 700 or 800 million potentially to break even.
God, the de-aging shit looks so fucking good though.
That does. Maybe they finally hired the guy from YouTube to do the deep faking and the de-aging or whatever.
Are they starting out? Is this just Indiana Jones' life? Did he fall asleep in front of the TV shirtless with a fucking beer in his hand? Like this is his life and he's getting ready to retire?
God.
The crazy thing is, if you told me, hey, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg have an idea, they want to do Indiana Jones 5, Harrison Ford is down. I don't care how bad Crystal Skull was or how bad you think Crystal Skull was. I would be in the theater opening weekend. All right. I would be if it was George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. I would. But
that's the same thing as I said before. So again, Star Wars Celebration, all these announcements, if they come out today, let's just paint again. I like to try to paint as realistic scenarios as I possibly can. Okay. If they come out today and they realistically, I want to put emphasis on this word, realistically, they come out and they announce Kathleen Kennedy's retirement and they celebrate her, whatever. And they go, we have a special announcement for everyone. We know that, several years ago, Disney purchased, Lucasfilm, and, we tried to take the franchise in a new direction, and we've seen a lot of success, and we've made billions of dollars, and we're really happy with everything we've done. But it's time to go back to where Star Wars originally started. And we're going to hand things back over to George Lucas himself. He will be the new creative director of all things Lucasfilm. And George Lucas walks out on stage with no real announcement following that. Are you telling me that won't get a ton of people excited? And again, realistic is the key. So, I mean, yeah, I could get out and say, yeah, they fire this bitch and say, we fucked everything. That's not realistic. You know what I mean? But I'm saying a realistic. It would get a ton of people back. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. I'm just painting a picture just like Ryan did with, like, if you got, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas to return for this. It ain't that hard to make fans happy when your heart is in the right place. That's the whole moral of it. It's not hard to make fans happy when your heart is in the right place. Disney's heart has never been in the right place. Their intent has never been in the right place. They hate you. They despise you. They don't care about these properties, these characters, or these stories. They don't. And that's the sad, unfortunate truth of all of this.
And the whole Phoebe Waller-Bridge, like, you stole it from me and I stole it from him.
Capitalism.
That's capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off, man.
Yep.
Hey, I do agree. Disney, hey, they did purchase Star Wars, but it felt like they stole it. So that's capitalism.
Very true.
Baby.
Very true.
Holy shit. We got almost 3,000 people watching. Thank you guys.
Man, amazing.
There is a Acolyte trailer, but I
can't play it though.
I believe it is a Celebration exclusive. There's been leaked, so we can't we can't watch it. We can't watch it.
Friday Night Tights is happening over on Nerdrotics channel a little bit later. I don't know if you guys heard about the special guest, but there's our special guest right there. Drunk 3PO finally made it on the thumbnail.
There's no way they're doing that for the final thumbnail, right?
I don't know. Fucking quarter black Garrett. That's so good. All right, real quick. I do want to talk about Mario really quick. Do we have any updated numbers, Ryan? as of now.
Let's see.
So right now, Super Mario Brothers movie. Let's talk about something I actually enjoyed, something I'm actually excited about, the Super Mario Brothers movie. So it opened up to a huge opening day, $32 million. It's on pace to get hit anywhere between $130 and $160 million for the 5-day, which will be a massive opening weekend that will then put it potentially over 300 million worldwide, while it still hasn't opened up in 2 major markets. So if that's the case, with a 96% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, with a huge like an A cinema score, usually things I don't really consider, but like when you look at the enthusiasm that's actually happening, it's showing that audiences love this movie. I loved it. I can't wait to go see it again. I haven't stopped thinking about it. And I think that this is opening up a Nintendo Cinematic Universe. This is something you can go watch with your family, with your kids. You don't have to worry about agendas. If you're not a Nintendo fan or a Mario fan, you're probably going to be very confused. But I highly recommend everybody go out and watch the Super Mario Brothers movie if you have any interest whatsoever. It's a very thin story, a very paper thin story, but it does have some heart. And it's very reliant upon nostalgia and member berries. So moments from the game, scores from the game, a little interactions. That's what it's reliant upon. And I think it's a freaking grand slam. So,
and we do have some updated numbers, came out about 15 or 20 minutes ago. Box office, Super Mario Bros. Movie earns massive $26.5 million on Thursday.
Wow.
Air picks up 2.4. So what that means is between the preview night and Thursday, that brings the domestic haul to $58.2 million. So that does now update the thing to at least 150 million. It would probably be a little more. I think 160. It might even still be on the low end for this as we continue to see it overperform.
Damn.
Internationally, the movie's earned 62.5, pushing global ticket sales to $120 million. And
oh yeah,
another thing you got to keep in mind is this movie's budget was only $100 million. Which means that there is a reasonable chance, if it does creep into that $300 million global opening, that will have already made its money back. If not just a tad bit more. So
this movie is banging right now. Like it is. This is a huge, and the word of mouth is so strong. And today's numbers are going to be huge. And then Saturdays are going to be even, maybe not as big, but close to it. Like this movie, if this movie hits $150 to $160 million opening weekend domestically, Ryan, you've been plugged into the box office a lot more than me recently. If this movie hits those numbers, what are the chances of $1 billion?
If this movie hits, say, 300 globally, right? I think that's a one that would mean, and I think that's low potentially, because if it hits 150 million, it'll probably do just a little bit more than 150 million internationally. I think if it hits that in its first weekend, I do think it'll make $1 billion, just because I think it's going to have staying power. I think it's going to have a similar drop to what we see with the Minions movie of, 55, 58% drop, somewhere in that range. If it can stay, if it doesn't hit 60, I think that would be a solid move for it. And yeah, it doesn't have too much competition for the next couple weeks. So I really think it's going to track well.
Have you ever played a Mario game, Hector Smith? Have you ever played a Mario game? I didn't think so. Moving on. No need to even address that. The Mario movie's fantastic. It's crushing it. And I am so excited for the future of the Nintendo Cinematic Universe and this potential $1 billion film. So now I don't know. Hector could have been trolling. That's why I didn't go all the way in. So, but that is kind of the whole thing. Shad, I love you, Shadversity. I love you. Bowser, simp, is your big issue with the movie? Come on. Bowser's literally always been a fucking simp for Peach. That's what he exists for. His entire existence is that he's a simp for Peach. Again, he literally sent Bowser Jr. to or in Mario Sunshine, he sent Bowser Jr. to tell Peach that she's his mama so that they could kidnap her. And then at the end, let me just show you this, just so people understand. Just so people understand that have seen the movie. Okay, this is the end of of Sunshine. Okay, where they're just sitting there. It's like, hey son, she's not really your mom, and it's so much like the movie. You know what I mean? Like right here, spoilers for Sunshine if you've never seen Sunshine, or if you've never played Sunshine. So right here, this is the end of Sunshine. It's so funny, and it's so much like you know.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know, she's not really my mama. Someday, when I'm bigger, I want to fight that Mario again.
So they criticize the Mario movie for being woke because Bowser's a simp. It's kind of stupid. So anyway,
so they they played the first like 7 minutes of the next episode of The Mandalorian at Celebration, and so there's like a bunch of spoilers out for it. One thing I will say is that in I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm sure there's some people in the audience don't want to spoil whatever. You see the father of General Hux from the sequels. The father of General Hux is has a role has a
Wait
role
a
to
minute.
play. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Ryan, I was told that they were retconning the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, I know.
But now you're telling me they took a character that literally no one cares about, and now they have his lineage to tie it in.
He's just a little part of it, yeah. But it's like it's always been leading up to this. That must have just been, hey, Kathleen Kennedy just put her foot down. Told John this is the way it's going to be.
Good
John said,
Lord,
"Okay, milady, I won't quit."
Okay, milady.
Yeah. Dave Filoni tipped his cowboy hat to her. And oh my god.
Oof.
We got a lot of super chats to get to.
Okay, I gotta pull this one up there. So we just got tagged in it. So well, I can't blame. Look, it's Outkick the Coverage did an article on the REY and they were happy she's back. So that's all. But they're like, look, it's an individual. So like I can't call Outkick out for having individual people that have opinions. There's a ton of opinions on geeksgamers.com you're probably gonna find that don't even line up with mine. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't blast them too hard on that. We got a lot of people here. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We're going to read some super chats, and then we're going to be live for Friday Night Tights here in just a few hours, and it's going to be a party over there. We're going to be talking about all this Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, and also, since we got so many people here, big reminder, if you need a new PC for gaming, for editing, for whatever, check out Meta PCs. These guys are awesome. We've got a whole landing page. You can get a custom Geeks and Gamers graphics card backplate, things like that. So click the link in the description. If you don't want any of those, just recommended systems, you can build your own. You can get the cheapest one you want, most expensive one you want, anything. So use code GEEKS for the discount.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, we've been really reluctant upon taking any type of agreements or sponsors or anything like that. This is the first official one, and we're really happy to have something worked out with Meta PCs. So you guys definitely go over there and check them out, and please use that promo code. We definitely get a kickback off of that if you use that promo code, and they have supplied us with multiple units here at the G&G headquarters that has been very, very helpful for us. So shout out to Meta PCs. All right, Ryan, let's do it.
Over on Rumble, we got a couple. Dread Seamus for 2. Hey, Ryan. And then becomes a monthly supporter. Thank you very much. True Mr. Gentleman. Ahsoka was never this stoic in any show. Clone Wars Rebels were full of life. Why does Filoni make all of his live action characters so stoic? I don't know.
Live action's just different, though. Like I said, so I personally, like, as a Filoni fan in terms of his animated stuff, I don't think he's built for live action. Not to say some of his live action stuff hasn't been passable, you know. I thought some of his stuff that he's done on Mandalorian was good too, but he's not that guy.
I think
you know?
for like to be like a little fair, this is a guy who'd never did anything like that. You know, it's not like he cut his teeth on, you know, small projects and, you know, second assistant directors things and being on set. No, like the first experience he had on a live set reportedly was, you know, shadowing Rian Johnson. And that's not to say that everything he makes will be like that. And Rian Johnson is a skilled director, you know, as shit as his fucking movie is. He is a skilled director. But that's not the same as kind of working your way up through the system. And obviously everything he does, he has Jon Favreau right over his shoulder, you know, guiding him and helping him. But I just don't think a lot of these things have worked. I think the storytelling is more at the root cause. I think the stories they're deciding to tell, the characters they're deciding to use, and the way they're utilizing them is excuse me, is a bigger deal in my opinion.
Ryan, there's a fine line on the internet, my friend. You all right? You gonna die? You gonna die? There's a fine line because now you're suddenly a Filoni apologist.
Well, I don't think he's good, right? But I'm just saying, like, the expectation. It's kind of like when people are like, Tim Tebow could just be a tight end, right? Those kind of things. It's like you've got people that have been doing this all their fucking lives, and to assume that somebody, just because you might have liked some things they did, could come in there and do like the same job, I think is stupid. And I hate this dog fucker.
You got to go back. You got to go back to being angry. Hang on. Did you see the Legion of Memers thing that they did yesterday?
Yeah.
I'll play that real quick because it's just too good. Just to show Ryan's definitely not a Filoni. All right, here we go. Right here, and then we're gonna read super chats because we gotta get through them. Here we go.
He could be trash, but he's not credited on this. And I just looked; he's not even credited as an executive producer on this episode.
He is an executive
No,
producer.
he's not. He's fucking not. I just looked it up.
I'm telling you, hey, he might not be on IMDb, which is not real life. I don't know if you know. I could put Harrison Ford is attached to like something.
I'm just telling you, why wouldn't he be? There's a reason.
No,
why is he credited for 17 episodes? Why is he credited for 17 episodes, but not this most recent episode?
I can't tell you why.
Give me a
IMDb
logical
is
reason.
like that.
Give me a logical reason.
You realize that anybody like IMDb is not something that's run by people. It's something that is you could go in there and add it right now.
Then give me any reference that he's credited so you can.
I watched the fucking episode.
You probably think I'm finished, huh? No, there's another one.
Oh my God.
I just wish that this meme would have included like 2 minutes later when I showed that Dave Filoni is listed as the executive producer for the episode. That's what I wish it would have included. But yeah.
All right, super chat time. Let's fucking go.
Colossus of Bane for 550. Fuck Disney Star Wars. Thank you. Bill Sotheby, 5 gift memberships. Thank you, Bill. Crispy Noken gifts a membership. Osmora gifts a membership. Chef Nick Nero for 2. Ryan, be nice to Jeremy. My dude's running on fumes. I'll try. Mike Hill for 10. Bow down to our savior, Dave Filoni. He will make the best Star Wars movie ever. LOL. Truck driving gamer for 5. Hail. Good God, Disney. Burn, baby, burn. On a high note, Dan Vasc is majestic in his rendition of Amazing Grace. Looking forward to FNT, guys. Thank you very much.
Dan is the man. I don't like complimenting him, but you can't help it.
Pragmaticon for 2. Rake in the cash, gentlemen. Fuck Star Wars. To Hut for 5. First super chat ever. Didn't say anything, but thank you to Hut. WYFT, what's your first thought for 550? Disney Star Wars Ahsoka trailer showing off the new red lightsabers, and they look like trash.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Ahsoka's lightsabers don't look good in that trailer.
I don't think most anything looks good in that trailer. It looks very cheap. It doesn't look immersive. It looks kind of cheap. I don't know what type of budget he's working with.
I don't know either. We know that the budget for Mandalorian, at least in the beginning, was somewhere around $100 million for 8 episodes. I don't know if they've upped those, lowered those. I haven't really kept track anything like that. But I don't know. I do think I think there was a scene there. It looked like it could have been rolled between worlds. We've heard reports that Ahsoka is going to go look at different ways her life could have gone or different things that could have happened. Not that she's going to reset the sequel trilogy, but that like they could have a scene of her fighting Anakin on Mustafar and shit like this. Member berries out the wazoo. Darian Murphy for 2. Daisy Ridley clearly wasn't getting any roles. Yeah, remember when she had a lunch with Kathleen Kennedy like 8 months ago or something? Yeah. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Pew, you're dead for Swedish 100. You should watch the State of Discord in the Star Wars fandom from Wave Squadron, Blind Wave Star Wars channel. 5-minute long, shows how pathetic the Star Wars simps are. And we'll have to take
Blind Wave doesn't like me very much. So
Iram Amin. I'm surprised Lizzo isn't a Hut. Yeah.
Should have been.
They race swapped the Huts. Liam John Smith. I saw somebody in a chat reacting to Lizzo and said, "This is the wait." That was good. Liam John Smith for 2. Star Wars is not now dead. It's long been. I'm not going to disagree. Jack Hudson for 2 with a little corgi. Thank you, Jack. Loki Jarson for 5. I kind of like Rey because I find Daisy really attractive, but Ahsoka can fuck the fuck off.
Fuck the fuck off.
Yeah. No accounting for taste. Daisy Ridley seems happy to have work again. So Matthew Hammond for 5. Go see Air this weekend. It's good. I also saw the Mario movie again. It was great on second viewing. The 3D in the Mario movie is good.
Krista and Steph and Beardo went to see it again last night, and they all said that it's even better the second time. And Beardo even said that he actually got more of the story out of it the second time. Like there actually is a story kind of within there that if you really can get it there's a spectacle to the movie. But so everybody said it improved on the second viewing. And I remember Beardo saying, like, after he watched it the first time, he's like, "Hey, I liked it. Not sure I need to see it again, but I really liked it." And then going to see it a second time, he says, "Dude, I liked it a lot more." So that's good. That's good to hear. So I will be seeing it very soon again. And I do want to see Air, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I don't know if I see Air this weekend because I think I got to see Mario again on Saturday, but we'll see. Ackle for $5. New Indy 5 trailers out. Has a line by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, equates capitalism to multiple layers of theft. Fuck Lucasfilm.
Yep.
Yeah, we watched it. Osmora for 5. The money I was going to give Star Wars going to Geeks and Gamers. Screw your old school fan hate. Thank you, Osmora.
Hey, I will never, ever, ever, ever ask you to do anything with your money that you don't want to do, but I will gladly accept your money. If you would rather give it to us than Disney, I will gladly accept it.
Nerd cookies for $5. My girl Nerd cookies right here. I'd be apathetic, but now they're pillaging the expanded universe. I was fine with them ignoring it, but now I'm angry. It'll subside to numbness and apathy soon. They've been doing it. But this is as blatant as it fucking gets. Ahsoka like looks at the camera and be like, "Heir to the Empire, wink, fuck off."
Maybe that won't be in the actual movie, kind of like
that's in the series.
Huh?
It's the Ahsoka series, yeah.
The series, yeah. So maybe it won't be in there in the final cut, like remember in this trailer for Mario, he's like, "Mushroom Kingdom, here we come," and it wasn't actually in the movie. I'm so glad that wasn't in the movie too. That line was so bad.
Yeah, I do wonder. There was a couple ones like that.
Yeah.
Like, what is this place? That was actually in the beginning.
In the beginning, yes. Yep.
So I
when
wonder
he
how
said
much
that in the beginning, I'm like, he's not going to say that again. I will say they used Mamma Mia one or two too many times. You know, like the slow-mo Mamma Mias.
That's what he says, I guess.
So I know, but it's
that's
like
what he says instead of fuck.
So.
That's how Mario swears. Mamma Mia. Taker 610 for 2. Suspicious amount of women in the Ahsoka trailer. Very suspicious.
A lot.
It's Filoni, man. Pragmaticon for 5. Mansions for all the Geeks and Gamers crew. I don't know about that. Chef Nick Nero for 2. Hope their periods don't sink. That'll suck on set. What did you think of, like, we only got a little shot of Sabine and Hera there. What did you think of the act or the depictions?
Sabine's pretty hot.
I mean,
She's good looking. Like, she's a good looking woman. I mean, Hera didn't look Hera didn't look like Hera. The facial, like, and again, I know you can't make
animation.
Like, yeah, like it didn't look like Hera. You know,
she didn't look as fuck.
So,
she didn't look like a dumpy lesbian in this. So, like, that's a little bit better. Hera, the pants that Hera chose to wear, I don't think accentuated her features very well in Rebels. Okay, so she didn't look like that in this one.
Yeah. So
Kizzy for 2. Oh, I just fucking remembered. She has a kid.
Who are we talking about?
Hera has a kid.
Yeah, Hera has a kid. Yeah, it's
named Jason.
Yeah,
another fucking pillaging of the Star Wars expanded universe Jason character that we didn't see in that. I wonder if we're going to see that character at all. That pissed me the fuck off when I saw that in Rebels.
Yep.
Let's see. Kizzy for 2. Maybe they can't afford more men. # cheap labor. That's true. You don't have to pay women as much. A Money Wilson for 5. If that's Jorah Sabayoth, the blondie is a clone of Luke Skywalker.
Dude, this whole thing, Ryan is not going to survive.
They're starting it. They did Echo as a female clone of Boba Fett. And
I have a quote from Ryan. I have a quote from Ryan about all of this right here.
This is not okay. It's just not.
I don't think they did. I don't think they're doing that.
This is a better one. This is a better one for Ryan.
Hollywood's telling us this is the only discussion.
This is
I apologize.
I didn't even think of that. I don't want to think about it. Colossus of Bane, member for 5 months. Guys, I have reliable sources that say the sequel trilogy is going to be retcon. Source. Trust me, bro. Hey. Kevin Calderon for 2. Execute Order 66 on Lucasfilm. John Papaserio for 5. So what timeline is Ahsoka in? Did they forget was established after Return of the Jedi in Battlefront 2? What do you mean, what timeline is Ahsoka in? This takes place during the events of Mandalorian, basically. Like the same time frame. If you mean like Operation Cinder or like the Empire being gone, that's clearly Moff Gideon. There's little remnants, there's little fucking warlords all over the place, which is how Thrawn's going to come into play too. Rosy Toes for 2. It's just Star Wars by activists for activists now. Yeah. Jeremy Brubaker for 279. The insecurity on display here is hilarious. I think that's to us. Thank you for your money. Spicy Tocos to Flow for 10. She said we gotten prepared for the worst in the trailer. I don't even know what she said.
Roman's here.
Hey, thanks for noticing, Roman. I did get a haircut. So, Demon Hunter.
I want to show everybody this really quick. So this was yesterday.
Well. If it isn't Brooklyn's favorite failures, the stupid Mario Brothers.
Well, great.
Hey, that's a good-looking guy.
That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking
It looks
good.
just like him.
I know.
Like the glasses and everything. Demon Hunter for 5. Didn't say anything, but thank you for your super chat. It's the first super chat we've ever had from you and from Spicy Toko, so thanks. Declan Fallon for 10. I love the Old Republic, and Revan is one of my favorite characters. This management makes me pray they don't touch the character of the stories. Surprised they haven't yet. Lord of the Rings nerd for 10. Oh, fuck this shit. Disney Star Wars is dead. I'm going to reread the Thrawn trilogy and more of the EU and play great Star Wars games. Long live the expanded universe. Thank you, Lord of the Rings nerd. Kyle Fletcher for 5. At an alternate timeline, I'd be so excited for Ahsoka, but I felt nothing watching that trailer. Star Wars is dead. Has been for so long.
That's exactly me. I mean, again, there's I have no interest whatsoever. I don't want to watch it. I don't care. I don't trust them. I don't trust anything that they're doing. It doesn't matter how much they're dangling. It's just not going to work for me, and that's why I won't watch it and I won't review it. I just don't care.
Pragmaticon for 5. I watched Rise of Palpatine on a Chinese rip. Wise of Skywaller. Well, I might have given it to you. I distributed a lot of those on Twitter that day. Bradley Scott, channel member for a month. All right, Jeremy, last night you called out my fish. Now I'm returning the favor. You, me, bass fishing tournament. Let's go. Thanks for all you do, G&G.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you.
WYFT for 5. I heard the Acolyte is a combination of Frozen and Kill Bill. That's how I believe Leslie Headland described it. That Acolyte is a combination of Frozen and Kill Bill.
Yeah. Again, Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, Leslie Headland.
Frozen.
Just want to put that out there.
Taker for $2. New Star Wars. Cue San Neil's Scream from Event Horizon. Cosmic Hood for 5. I'm ready to throw a little match at anything Disney. Burn to the ground. Ear Elephant for 5. A new Disney Marvel project being announced elicits the same response as notice about local potholes being filled. I'm awash in apathy. At least I'm like happy about potholes being filled. Dizzy for 10. Marvel goes MCU. Star Wars today. Hold my Bud Light. Yeah. Fyodor Dankskoevsky for $5. Y'all really think this trilogy has any more legs than the Damon Lindelof film had? It just seems like Kennedy's trying to save her golden parachute. Well, 1, it's not a trilogy. 2, the Damon Lindelof film is this movie. The movie didn't get canceled.
Yeah, the movie, he just got fired.
Yeah, he just got replaced as the writer for it.
Yeah.
This director is the same person. The story overall is the same person. They turned in their script. There was a disagreement, and they're not on the project and haven't been for a month and a half.
And let me say this. Let's just pay attention to a few things. Now, I do think the Filoni thing obviously is already in full motion, but these other 2 projects, let's just see how that plays out. Kathleen Kennedy has a really bad track record of following through on projects that are announced. So let's see how the creative process goes. And then we'll see how, because do we have a release date for either one of these 2 films that were announced? Do we have any dates?
So the Daisy Ridley one is at the end of 2025, Christmas holiday 2025. That's that one. The other 2 I don't know. The other 2 are supposed to be the culmination of the events from Mando and Ahsoka and Book of Boba Fett. So I don't know how much that would mean that movie signifies the end of those stories, kind of, in a way. So I would think that at least another season worth of Mando or 2, you would imagine. I wouldn't expect that to like 2026 or something.
Whew.
But in terms of the what is it, the Daisy Ridley one, they brought her out there on stage at Celebration for the announcement. So I think that one way or another, we are going to see that movie come to fruition. No matter how fucking bad it is, no matter anything, because they brought her out there. Obviously, they've made a lot of announcements. Patty Jenkins, Kevin Feige, stuff like that. They gave Rian Johnson his trilogy, right? But yeah, we'll see. And then the James Mangold one, again, James Mangold just finished up with Indiana Jones. Now he's going to be doing this. So I don't think you're going to see too much creative differences there with him and Kathleen Kennedy, considering he just did her Indiana Jones movie for her. So I don't know. But I think the first one that they would want coming out is the REY one.
Hey, so I think this is, from my knowledge, this is getting announced today, but I'll give you as much as I can give you. Next week here on this channel, starting next week on Wednesday, we're going to start having a gaming podcast every Wednesday on this channel right after this show on Wednesdays. And Dan Vask and I are going to be part of it. There's more people involved. I'm going to wait for them to make that announcement. The show that will be doing it might be taking place right now on another channel I don't know if he's making that announcement. It's supposed to be today, but I haven't confirmed it. But next Wednesday here on Geeks and Gamers, directly after this stream, we move into the gaming podcast, and me and Dan Vask will be part of that next week. So keep your eyes out for that.
Kizzy for $5. Corn Pop showed up in the Valuetainment Live. Patrick Bet David with Charlie Kirk spamming eyes, up arrow, rainbow flag, rainbow flag, rainbow flag. Others began posting the same. I just about died. There you go. Corn Pop.
Corn
Hey,
Pop.
he's got a couple here too.
Corn Pop in the house.
Anthony Floor for 20. I'm 25 years old, a few months from getting my own house. I have a Lego collection worth 20 grand, including the Big Falcon and Star Destroyer. KK has done such a great job. I'm willing to sell my stuff and buy a house now. Holy shit.
Whew.
There you go. Thanks, Kathleen. Corn Pop for 2. A pear-shaped man looks like he needs to pee. Corn Pop for another 2. A lemon-headed man in a superhero pose. Thank you. Fyodor Dankstoevsky for 5. One thing I will give a chance with Star Wars, if they take the story they would have used in 1313 and put it to film. They won't, though. I'd love to see that video game. Just make the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Tables for $13.99. It's okay. I've made my peace with this. I'm done. Selling off the rest of my Star Wars stuff, not bothering to get my boys into it. Going to see Mario today instead. I commit to the NCU.
Mario is definitely the way to go.
Scroll. Mike Hill for 10. And this is how they'll end the Indiana Jones series. Yep. Bill Sotheby for 5. The indie theme song sounded different, soulless. It did when it was very like slow. It's supposed to be like slow and powerful. But yeah, an epic, I guess, is what they were going for, but it doesn't have any of that like fucking vibe and like makes you want to start running, you know, that it's supposed to.
Hey, Ryan.
What? Oh my God. Actually, he said that the other day.
Jesus Christ.
He said that the other day.
The hits keep on coming, man. Holy crap.
My
Lord.
What is his name? Fucking Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Wasn't he a rapper?
He is a
what was his screen name though? He had a screen name. I can't remember. Somebody in the chat's gonna say
gonna pop it up in a second.
Yeah. Childish Gambino.
God damn it.
Childish Gambino. That's it. Yeah.
Well, that's not even really news, to be honest with you. This came out on Variety 2 days ago. Donald Glover talking to Lucasfilm about Lando. I'd love to play him again. Like that. We're talking about it. That's as much as I can say without Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy hunting me down. This was from 2 days ago, so that ain't even fucking like news, really.
Yeah, but she said it's definitely still in the works, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy confirmed it is in the works. What a fucking disaster. There is nothing good about this universe. Nothing.
Every character you love, even if they're a droid, they're like Lando's gonna fuck them. Like if you're somebody that likes Chopper, Lando's probably gonna fuck Chopper. Like, you know, that's just where they're gonna go with Star Wars. They're gonna have Dave Filoni's gonna be fucking wolves. Childish Gambino gonna be fucking robots, and this is Disney Star Wars.
Kathleen Kennedy's gonna be fucking us all. So pretty much.
Sailor Mercury for 5. Ant-Man 3 praises socialism. Blue Beetle calls Batman a fascist. Indiana Jones has capitalism bad message. Hollywood isn't subtle at all. Hope it flops. Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Imagine Disney criticizing capitalism.
I know.
Seratano becomes a channel member. What's up, Seratano?
What up, Seratano?
Rado Jacko for 2. Batman is fascist and capitalism is just stealing. Spartacus for $2. Ryan Fyan, Momayan, Fee-Fi, Rodian, Ryan, Brian. Thank you. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Yo, Jeremy, have you reached out to Tyrone Magnus as a guest for Tuesday night's main event? Dude's pretty cool, and it was fun seeing you on Drinker's channel.
Yeah, I'd love to have Tyrone Magnus on. I've been watching Tyrone for a long time. I'm a big fan of him, so I think he'd make a great guest for Tuesday night's main event. So we'll see if we can make that happen.
Wolfsbane for 5. Hail, Jeremy. Can you talk about Gary getting It's a Gundam back on FNT or one of your streams? The man's been hovering on suicide alert because of YouTube BS.
We love Gundam. So I'm sure we can get him back on.
Hey, this guy's suicidal, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, well, it's Gundam though. It's not because
it's Gundam is perpetually almost going to kill himself.
Yes. Jeremy, have you watched any of the Celebration live streams? It's clear Kennedy isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, that's what we've been saying. Again,
I heard the pamphlets were already being printed out. I heard that the pamphlets were already being made up. The promotional material was there. Kathleen Kennedy's retirement celebration was actually supposed to happen at Celebration. Oh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll be at the end. Maybe that'll be at the end of Celebration.
Oh God.
Lost in Wonderland for 5. How likely do you think these movies will get made? Lucasfilm announced the movies, but we all heard talent exiting and cancellations. I think that the REY one with the diverse director, I think that is like, I think that will come out regardless, because
Daisy Ridley certainly ain't leaving.
Yeah, well, I think that will come out. They will make that come out because it's been a long time since they had a Star Wars movie in theaters. They need to make a box office return. If there's any chance of Kathleen Kennedy actually being fired, okay, it would be if they don't get that movie out. Like,
yeah,
for real. I think that would be like the only thing that would be like a very, and it wouldn't even probably be fired. It would just be like she exits early. But that, to me, that would be the one thing that would actually have some action to force her out. But I don't know.
Don't give him hope. That bitch ain't getting fired under any circumstance.
Yeah. Kyle Denson for 5. Remember when Family Guy made it that Bowser's motive was just to eat Peach instead of marry her?
I never watched. I didn't ever watch Family Guy, so I don't recall that.
Edward Coleman for 20. Jeremy, my mother said I was over circumcised. That's why I have a micro problem. And Star Wars women love it.
Thank you.
There you go. Sophie for 6. Speaking of, can you guys shout out Shad more? His channel's struggling. Shad's got fucking way more subscribers than we have, but hey, shout out Shadversity. He makes awesome fucking content.
Shad is the man, though. I love Shad.
Even if Jeremy doesn't like his take on Mario.
I definitely didn't like his take on Mario.
Blast Radius for 15. Latinx John Leguizamo still moaning about not being in Super Mario movie, claiming POCs aren't voicing some of the characters, some nonsense like that.
Yeah,
we may get into that tomorrow or something.
He's a loser.
A lot of stuff to talk about today.
He's a pathetic loser.
Ozma, what's up, Ozma? For 10, Corn Pop would like to take out your mod Ruthie. Can you make it happen? Also, any word on whose cast is Thrawn? What did Ruthie time out Corn Pop or something?
I don't know. We also got Dan C gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you. I don't know. I think Corn Pop maybe wants to take her out.
Oh, take her out to date?
That's the way I took it. That's the way I interpreted it.
Hey, Corn
Pop's interested.
Give me your number.
Yep. There you go.
Gary and Murphy for 5. I noticed there's no rumor that Filoni almost quit. Does that mean Filoni's lockstep? I don't know.
I would imagine Filoni is lockstep with Favreau for sure. But I also think that Filoni doesn't present himself as a guy who's going to rock the boat. He doesn't really have a backbone. He kind of will fall in line wherever he can.
Bro,
I don't think he would ever challenge. He would never challenge Kathleen.
You know what I just thought of with all these fucking announcements that they just made? Oh, a woman's a lead in a Star Wars movie. Well, guess what? We're going to do more. And another. And another. And another. And another. Oh my God. A female character. How unfair.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
And he's just standing up there beaming in his fucking cowboy hat.
You're a Filoni shill, though.
Yeah, clearly.
You're an apologist.
Taker 610. If I could do my best Mauler impersonation, where's the world building here? The blue mushroom eventually wore off on Mario, but not on Bowser.
Yeah, again,
well, it didn't wear off on Mario. He got hit. Bowser did not get hit. He got put in a case.
Yeah. And again, that's the whole thing. There's not if you try to explain the Mario universe, you're going to have a pretzel of tangled up bullshit. That's just and that's even from the games.
Gordon Cattle for 5. I love you guys. Was a member, but in the UK, so I couldn't watch as I'm a 12-hour day guy. This new show allows me to interact, so thanks for all you do. There you go. Our British friends can now watch these streams. That's
Heck
good.
yeah. We're glad, man. This show's been great. I give Ryan full credit for getting this thing off the ground and keeping it. Like, Ryan is the machine behind this. So he gets the topics, gets everything rolling. Ryan's the MVP of this show.
The incredible thumbnail that you see.
Yeah.
I remember so here's some inside baseball. We were supposed to have like some fancy thumbnail for the stream, like some custom one. And the first day we were going to do it, we didn't have it ready. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'll just make a stupid fucking thumbnail.
And we just ran with it.
Yeah. And
it's literally our tip. That's the story of Geeks and Gamers. We just figure shit out on the fly.
Scott McKenzie for 2. Sorry, came late. Did y'all show the AG vid? I don't know what the AG vid is.
AG vid.
I don't know.
Who's AG vid?
Time to tell him for 10. Placed a $100 bet on Mario to have a better opening weekend than Guardians at plus 500, meaning 100 pays 500 profit. This is a thank you. It's no lock, but I'm feeling really good about it. Love you guys. Did Guardians did it open on a long weekend though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd have to look into those details.
I don't think so. This is a longer stream than normal, but that's what
we're finishing up the super chats and we're gonna end
yeah.
it. No one for 5. I'd rather give you my money than Disney. Thank you, no one. Bert for 2. I thought KK said Star Wars does not have any comics. She repeated that again today, apparently. That there's like no source material. Yeah, so at the Andor panel, I heard.
God.
Seratano for $5. I'm glad you do this daily. I have something to listen to during the back end of my lunch break. Heart, so glad to be back. Thank you, Sarah.
Awesome.
We're glad you're
Thank
back
you.
too.
Yeah, 100%.
Singla Videos, member for 8 months. Seth Rogen was lazy in Mario. Hope he doesn't destroy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hit the like button. That movie looks terrible.
It really does.
Casey White for 2. Jedi Academy is an underrated game. I think that Jedi Academy is an appropriately rated game. I just don't think a ton of people know about it. So I actually think for the people that have played it, it's appropriately rated as one of the best Star Wars games we've seen. But I just don't think it's that as many people have played it as some others. It doesn't get talked about as much as like KOTOR or whatever, because not as many people have played it. And we're all caught up.
We are all caught up. Well, this was a hell of an awesome episode. We appreciate you guys tuning in and being so supportive. And yeah, man, Friday Night Tights is going to be pretty lit. We got a lot to talk about with all this Star Wars nonsense. And yeah, I mean, this is the daily show that's supposed to go an hour, but we're not Tim Pool, so we're gonna read the super chats, and if that takes us over our allotted time, then so be it, because the chat is the MVP, and we appreciate all of you guys. I'm gonna drop this link to Meta PCs really quick in the chat, so if you guys can go over there, if you're interested, please use that. I can't pin it. I know we're gonna end here in a minute, but
I put out a video over on Sports Wars right before we started the stream, and I just looked at it. It's got 118,000 views in less than 2 hours.
What?
Shit. Of course, there's limited monetization. Those fucks.
Yep, as always. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you for Friday Night Tights.
Oh, wait,
very
what is this?
soon.
Ryan will say, I love Kathleen Kennedy.
They can chop that up.
Good job fucking chopping that up. This is gonna sound fucking chopped up. There you go.
Oh man. All right. Friday Night Tights Nerdrotics channel happening in what, about 3.5 hours? So should be fun. We'll see you guys over there. Thank you for all the love. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye everyone.